Welcome Conference USA fans, I'm Nicole Cartier and this is Hyphen Nation, connecting you to CUSA this week. The Women's Soccer Championships concluded last Sunday with Memphis claiming its 5th consecutive title. With a 2-1 double overtime win over 7-seeded UTEP, number 1 seed and host, the Memphis Tigers claimed the 2011 CUSA Women's Soccer Championship on Sunday. This is the Tigers' 5th CUSA championship in a row. Here's Memphis head coach Brooks Monaghan.
It was a great match, I've got to give credit to their goalkeeper. She came up big, If they had an average goalkeeper in there today, I think the score, we definitely wouldn't have gone to overtime, I think. But, just proud of our kids. It's a final. It's a third game in 6 days. It's going to be hard. You're going to have to grit it out. I thought we stayed composed. Even when they scored, we were still composed and just continued to play our way. And obviously the chances were coming. We just didn't finish. But, in the end we did. It hasn't sunk in. You try not to let any of this stuff sink in because it's been a pretty amazing season, But like I said, you just want to keep it going. But again, I can't say enough good things about this group that's bought into something and what they're doing.
Memphis and at-large selection UCF earned berths to the NCAA Women's Soccer Championship for the 5th year in a row. Both schools will host the NCAA Championship beginning this weekend. And now on to the Men's Soccer Championship. Quarterfinal games began on Wednesday and were seen right here on the CUSA Digital Network. Both UCF and SMU advanced to the semifinals.
Here with head coach Brian Cunningham. Coach, what another thrilling match. 7 goals total in this one. It was a little back and forth. You'd get one, they'd get one. Went to overtime, and you guys got to talk a little bit about the match for us and the emotions.
Yeah, well, the earlier game kind of set the tone, I think, for the night. And, when both teams know everything's on the line, they're going to go for it. And Memphis, give them a lot of credit. They never stopped coming. And unfortunately, at the end there, we gave up a goal, but we came back in overtime and scored a great goal for the winner.
To talk about Macaulay tonight, he was up poaching and put 3 home, so another hat trick, 2 hat tricks in 2 games at this tournament.
Yeah, Jimmy's back finally healthy. He's been out for a while, so it's good to have him back in the lineup, and it's obviously good to have Warren Craval back in the lineup too. We're getting healthy at the right time, so we're pretty pleased.
Talk about your overall sense of how you guys played tonight. It looked like you had a good bit of the run of play early, and then they got it. It was kind of a back and forth match.
Yeah, both teams had their fair share of the ball and had their fair share of chances. We didn't get a lot of shots off tonight, but we did have a lot of possession and created some chances, and we're able to finish 4, which is great against a very good Memphis team.
Friday night, UAB. Talk about the challenges they pose.
Yeah, we played UAB about a full month ago now, and they're firing on all cylinders. They got a lot of their players, going forward. They're very dangerous, and we just got to be ready to kind of handle that next test and what they have to offer. They're not the number 2 seed by accident.
They really did a great job against us. Very disruptive, and they fight so hard. When they got the goal, we thought we were playing very well in the first half. We score a nice goal, and then we concede, and then we come back out, and then we give up another goal. And credit to them, they just kept battling all the way through. Very fortunate, that we were able to get the equalizer, and then after that, I think we kind of got on a roll. But just like they always are, they battled back, and they were right in it all the way until the end. So it was very difficult for us because we weren't. You think you score 4 goals, you'd be able to rest some players, but it was a nail biter the whole time.
When they go ahead, does the poise show through with your team? Is that something this year that's?
Yeah, I feel like we're a team that can move the ball, and I think we're a pretty technical group, and when we're playing well, we generally possess the ball, a great, a good majority of the time. But when you have teams that the groups that work as hard as the teams that we're facing here in Conference USA and Marshall, they're unbelievably difficult to play against because they work so hard. They cause a lot of problems.
Talk about Arthur Evo.
He's just a different class. I think that he's without a doubt the most talented player that I've ever coached, and when he's on, he's as good as there is. So tonight was the night to do it.
What do you do from here?
Well,
one day in between, and
you really, we just need to rest, rest and refocus. Obviously, we know we got a tough game against a very, very good team. We faced them early in the year, and we're very fortunate to get a result. So it's going to be a battle. So we're just going to take it, one day at a time. Try to get our rest. Try to get, a couple good meals in us, and then just line up against South Carolina.
And after an exciting first round of men's soccer championships, here are your 2011 CUSA Men's Soccer Awards. And next up, let's get to know your 2011 Men's Soccer CUSA Player of the Year, Memphis Tiger Mark Sherrod.
My name is Mark Sherrod, University of Memphis men's soccer team, and I'm a forward. Well, scoring a goal never gets old. Like, to be honest with you, it doesn't matter how it's scored. You can score with your knee, you know, anything, and it always feels really good. But I don't know. We work on, actually, this is our practice field. We work on finishing all the time. Maybe even like before practice, after practice with the coaches and everything, with other teammates, and we work on those certain scenarios during practice, and what happens in the game, it's just like in practice, and we try to work on it then. It's all the teammates, to be honest with you. I talked to someone a couple days ago, and we looked at all the goals, and there has never been one goal I individually did myself. It was always assisted, so I give them a ton of credit. My dream is to either make like sports complexes or make mentally challenged kids, like kind of like playgrounds for them to high schools. Well, I've always, like for instance, we just made a new baseball stadium over there and another workout thing, and I could sit out after practice and just watch that for hours. And I dealt with a lot of special ed kids during high school, and a lot of them, all they could ever do was just kind of walk the track, and that was the recess, and I never really liked that, so I would always want them to have like their own kind of jungle gym, because I know like it's pretty hard for them. It is hard. It is very hard, but if you want them both so much, then you'll do just about anything to do them. It's really time consuming. You just got to put a lot of work into each one, and for me, I put a lot more work into soccer, so this happens to show. The coaching staff is great. You like kind of like form this kind of like male camaraderie with all your teammates, and like there's not anybody I can say I dislike. And you know, being with them 24/7, that's really hard to find, and they're great people. I love it.
And be sure to catch the semifinals of the Men's Soccer Championship right here on the CUSA Digital Network. The championship is Sunday at 1 p.m. Central live on CBS Sports Network. Well, we bring you updates from all around the league, but as we wrap up today's Hyphen Nation, here's a story from right here in our front office. Associate Commissioner for Business Affairs Catrina Gibson walks the Susan G. Komen 3-day event every year, a 60-mile walking effort to help raise awareness and funding for breast cancer research. This year, she had the prestigious honor of being a part of Dallas's opening ceremony.
A daughter walks for her mother, a woman who was always there no matter what, until breast cancer finally stole her away. A husband walks for his beautiful wife, who he stood by like a pillar as the world fell apart around him. A family walks for their dad, whose pain they so desperately wish they could take away, if only for one day. A woman walks for her best friend, who refuses to give up. She promises to fight as long as she has to, so that no one has to fear losing their best friend. The promise of a full life, that is what brings us together here, united, ready to meet the challenge ahead. We are here for those who cannot be with us today, but will forever be in our hearts. We are here for those courageous individuals standing with us today while still fighting breast cancer. You are heroes. heroes, united by your courage to act, your courage to do more, to be part of something bigger than yourselves, to raise more money and walk farther than anyone else, to show the world what's possible, what you can do. A world in which our cries of optimism will turn to shouts of victory. We can do this. This is a battle we will win.
Well, the last couple of days has been an awesome experience. This is my 4th year, my 6th walk, and every year, every walk is a different experience. Yesterday we walked 17 miles, finished about 3:15, got to camp, set up our tent. We had a great evening with our teammates at dinner. This morning, you know, it's our roughest day today. It's 21.3 miles. Pink Souls in Motion. This is, I believe, our 5th year, possibly 6th year as a team. And we are the top fundraising team in Dallas for the 2nd year in a row, raising over $188,000. Started this walk 4 years ago when one of my best friend's mom lost her life to lung cancer. I had lost my mom to ovarian cancer, and we thought, you know, this is a great opportunity to get out here, honor our moms, and walk. And we got out here, we started this walk, and we met all these wonderful survivors that are standing beside us, walking with us, that have gone through this, you know, and we've heard of the stories of the people who have lost their lives. And it's like, how can I walk away from this when, you know, these survivors have been through so much, just in the fight against cancer, the awareness, the money we raise, you know, we're going to find a cure to one cancer, and the rest of them are going to follow.